your Morning Meds. My name is Melissa Romero, and for today's Morning Meds, I want to propose a question. How has God showed up for you this week? So I asked this question because, as many of you know, I take several classes. And in a class that I was last night, they started off the class. We always start off the class with a sharing. They started off the class with that, proposing that question. And it made me reflect on my day, my week, and ultimately my life. And I started to think about, wow, my first response was, well, how has God not shown up for me? Like I see him in everyone that I meet, in every child that I see, in every smile, in every interaction that I have with people. And it made me reflect on my week, on my life. And, you know, it wasn't always like that for me. A few years back, not even long ago, I got divorced from what is now my ex-husband, or separated from what is now my ex-husband. And, you know, my life changed like completely. And there was a time when I was like in a major depression and I didn't have anybody, because when my husband and I decided to separate, I pretty much lost my friends, my circle, my, you know, just because, you know, people felt as though they had to choose sides, and it is what it is. I mean, whatever. But there was a time when I just didn't have what I have now. And this question, this small question, how has God showed up for you this week, made me reflect on all that and reflect on how blessed I am to be able to share this platform with you guys. But not only that, to be able to have the people I have in my life. So my first response is like, how has God not shown up for me? Because I see my blessings all the time, but God has always showed up for me in the form of people. People come in and out of my life, but, you know, God has always presented himself in everyone that I've had the fortune, or the great fortune of meeting and coming into my life. You know, God has always presented himself with people recommending books. You know, I've had books recommended that it was just like, oh, this had to be from God. This is exactly what I needed right now. So it's such a beautiful question to reflect on. And, you know, it is the end of the week, so I feel like it's something that maybe we should all reflect on today. How has God shown up for us this week? And it's gonna just show you that, you know, wow, you know, sometimes, because a lot of the times we like to focus and sit in the crap, you know, focus on the crap and sit there and focus on what we don't have, focus on what we would like to accomplish, focus on, you know, where we want to be, instead of sitting there and seeing and taking a look back and seeing, wow, look at how far I've come. Look at how God has shown up for me. Look at the experiences that I've had. Look at the people that I've come across. Look at the amazing blessings that I have on a day-to-day basis. And we have a problem where we don't seem to focus on that enough. So for today, my challenge for you is, how did God show himself or just come forth for you today and this week? And I want you to reflect on that, and I want you to comment down low and let me know, how has God shown up for you this week? You know, and if you want to wait till this evening, and I want you to, you know what, take a pen right now and write it on your arm. How has God shown up for me tonight? And I want you to write it on your hand, and tonight before bed, I want you to reflect on that question. How has God shown up for me today? And you're gonna see all the amazing ways that God has shown up for you today. Reflect on how God has shown up for you this week. Journal on it. Do whatever you like. But once you start looking at that, oh my gosh, so many emotions come up, you know, so many beautiful things and so many blessings you realize that you have. So that's my challenge for you today, is ask yourself, how has God shown up for me today? How has God shown up for me this week? How has God shown up for me this year? We're at the end of 2019. We're going into a new decade, and look at your life, reflect back on it. God has been there, and he's showed up, and he or she has showed up and been present, and you can see it, and it's evident in all the beautiful blessings that you have. And I'm sure that if you take a look back, you're gonna see some amazing blessings. All right, guys. Don't forget, comment below, DM me if you don't feel like putting out your business. DM me, please share with me. I'd love to hear all the beautiful ways that God has showed up for you. I definitely would love more than anything to hear that. So comment below or DM me. Let me know how God has showed up for you today or this week or this year. Just share your blessings with me. I love to hear from you. All right. I love to love you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this that I get to share with you guys. You guys are a blessing to me, and God has shown up in every one of you this year, this day, this week. I love you so much. Have a beautiful day. Love to love you. Peace.
If you like this video and want to see more, please click on the subscribe button before you go. Love to love you. Peace.